Jalin's courses are back online for free. For free. Didn't hear it wrong. Yes, it's for free. How wonderful it is. You know, people spend a lot of money to buy different kinds of English learning courses, but actually the best thing is free. Yeah, wonderful. It's such, it's like I have a lottery, something like that. I'm so happy. Okay, so yesterday I immediately finished listening to her second video, lesson 2, and I have already learned a lot from lesson 2. Lesson 2 is kind of long. Actually, every lesson is kind of long. It's like 1 hour and 16 minutes, but I finished them all. I finished it, and I have written some notes, and I have learned a lot from this lesson. I summarized what I feel the most important thing into 6 points. But of course, these 6 points are for me, may not work for you. The first point is about articulation. When her student read the passage, and Jalin corrected her pronunciation, saying that, oh, it's not articulation, it's articule. CU should be pronounced as Q in American English and British English. Actually, I didn't get this point very well because I cannot differentiate her students' mistake and Jalin's correct pronunciation. I can differentiate the two sounds. So maybe my ears are not sensitive enough. So, and I have already rewinded it for several times, but I still cannot capture the difference, the subtle difference. So maybe I'll have a rest for several days, and maybe several days later, I will go back to that video and listen to it again. Hopefully, at that time, I can figure out. Okay, so I leave this problem alone for now, at least for now. And the second point is about describing. And then she corrected her student's pronunciation because her student pronounced it as describing, bing, and Jalin said, oh, it's not bing, it's bing, it's bing, 快的 bing. I admired her ability to connect English with Chinese, you know, and she used some Chinese characters and pronunciations to help her students to learn English pronunciation. It's wonderful. And she even used a very vivid example to demonstrate how to connect the Chinese pronunciation and the English pronunciation. So she told her students to think about eyes when they pronounce the word describing. She said it in that way, very funny way. She said, okay, describe it when you say, then say 串冰的串冰很好吃. So it's describing, it's not describing. So basically it's kind of the difference between 前鼻韵 and 后鼻韵. Yes. So this is second point. Third point is about wanting, and her students pronounce it as wanting. So she said, "Oh, think about listen," and she pointed to her ears. 听. So it's wanting. It's not wanting. Okay. The fourth point is about the echo method. I think in different scenarios, for example, in TED talk, in her classroom, she emphasized the echo method again and again. She said the echo method is actually a very important tool which can be hugely useful in any kind of language learning, not only English, but in any kinds of languages. And this method actually has some science foundation. For example, it's connected with the human being's echoic memory. Echoic memory, this is a psychology term, but I think it's worth of checking out this term and this theory. And through because that she keeps on emphasizing the echo method, I think I really should invest more time to think about this method and to practice it. And practice is the most important thing. Okay, let's move on to the fifth point. The fifth point is the differentiation of the 3 words. Tongue, tongue, and tone. These are 3 difficult words for Chinese speakers to differentiate. And she also used some Chinese pronunciation to help her students to nail this pronunciation. For example, when she taught the students to pronounce the word tongue, 舌头, tongue, she said, think about a Chinese word a Chinese character 疼. So she said actually it's the pronunciation is kind of similar, but when you pronounce 疼 you should open your mouth wider. 就是发这个元音的时候要把嘴巴张大一点，所以 so you can so there's transition from 疼 to 痛痛疼痛疼痛. Oh, I think this tip is so helpful. I immediately get her point. Yeah. 疼痛. And as for the ton, I think it's very difficult. 烫烫烫烫烫烫烫烫烫tongue 一吨两吨的 tongue one tongue of tea one tongue of tea one tongue of tea. So I summarized. So this is what I summarized. It's kind of like the difference between 前鼻韵 and 后鼻韵. Tongue 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 tongue. Oh, so tongue one tongue of tea, like 一吨茶. And tone, she also like emphasized the pronunciation. Tone. It's not tongue. Yeah. Okay. A sixth point is just a perspective. She asked the students, okay, what powers speech? And she answered, wind. Yes, it's kind of like it's interesting to think about a speech as 风力发动. Yes, when we talk, we can kind of using the power of wind. Yes, power of air. Yes, that's all for today, and I will try to finish the rest of the videos in a relatively short period of time because I think it's really valuable, and I'm scared that her videos will be offline like very soon. So I really should seize the time to learn all her courses for free.